Welcome back. The family of a Dover man who was shot and killed years ago are pleading for help to find the person responsible and get justice for the victim. Dover police are now revisiting the cold case. WMDT's Rob Petrie has the story.
They took my world. I still have no closure.
Gwendolyn Green Sermon's brother, Anthony Wallace, was shot and killed in an alleyway just days before Christmas in 2016. Dover police say they've never stopped investigating, but they've been at a standstill due to a lack of evidence.
There was no witnesses, there was no cameras of the exact incident. So really we just have a man that was shot in an alley.
That alley connecting Mitcher and Spruance Roads in Dover, 52-year-old Wallace found on December 22nd just before 11 at night. Wallace's fiancée at the time, Teresa Walker Hall, says it's a day that she will never forget.
I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. You know, around the holidays, supposed to be a joyous occasion. But it's just, and to this day, it's still real sad for me.
Sharing 4 kids with Teresa, he was also a grandfather, a brother, and a beloved member of the Dover community who loved his family.
He loved music. Like, we would party. Like, he would, when I stayed in Capitol Green on Collins, he would block my street off with the car and turn up the music. Like we're having a block party.
Teresa says not a day goes by where the memory and love she had for Anthony doesn't remind her of what she lost.
It's just like a piece of me is missing. And especially when there's no one taking accountability for what has happened.
It's a sentiment Gwen says she won't stand for, pledging to never give up the search for her brother's killer.
We're coming for you, whoever you are. I don't care if it's 20 years from now. I don't care if it's 50 years from now, and you call yourself being a law-abiding citizen. We're coming for you.
Dover police are not giving up either, urging the community to come forward so they can crack this cold case wide open.
Really, we just trying to get the message out there. So if anybody knows anything or did see anything, they can call us and give us that information to hopefully get a break. So that way we can bring some closure to Anthony Wallace's family.
A family that has never stopped fighting for justice. Teresa pleading with anyone who knows something to come forward to help bring her family closure.
Please, you know, just come forward. And I'm sure it has to be weighing heavy on that person too. If they have a heart, just come forward. Just let us know.
And anyone with information is urged to contact Detective Zamora with Dover Police at 302-736-7128. Any callers may remain anonymous. Meanwhile, a Philadelphia man has been arrested following an illegal drug and firearm investigation in Dover. Dover police say 31-year-old Eric Brown was involved in illegal activity in the area of South New and West Reed Streets. Brown was taken into custody this week. Officers say he was found with a loaded 9mm handgun with an extended magazine, 49 bags of heroin, and some other pills. He's facing a slew of charges, including possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. And a home invasion turned robbery occurred in Georgetown and ended across state lines. It started with a call from a home on Zor Road yesterday afternoon. Delaware State Police say a 69-year-old arrived home to find 36-year-old Lyndon King inside. They say King threatened the victim, pushed her down, and eventually stole her phone and drove off. Now, police were able to track the car to Salisbury, Maryland, and say King is an inmate who was wanted for walking off a job in Delaware. He was arrested in Maryland and will face multiple charges once extradited back to Delaware. Now let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Rich Werdzik with a look at his forecast.
All right, Brandon, happy to say that the worries of Debbie pretty much done outside of a couple showers here later tonight. But we still had some headaches today, even though the tornado outbreak or the threat for touchdowns did not occur, which was good to know that we didn't have to deal with that today. We had problems with coastal flooding. This is what it looked like in Cambridge. Meteorologist Eric Alf was out there. Also took the ride up to Talbot County, too, to show where some of this flooding was occurring here in the Oxford area, and actually a little worse up there in Talbot County, as you can see some of this impacting the roads here. So Coastal flooding, that's subsiding too as the night goes on, and we're actually going to end up with a pretty decent forecast going into the weekend. Our Shore Auto Sales Sky Cam here in Georgetown looking pretty good at this point. Temperatures running in the 70s. It is still awfully warm and humid outside, but the humidity, that's going to be the factor here through tomorrow, really noticing it start to come down. But let's go over the radar picture. We do have some showers working back in, even a little lightning at times. Nothing severe here, although maybe some gusty winds initially. 13, there's Salisbury there. That's Princess Anne, Westover, Somerset County just in general here, and also over to Worcester County, Pocomoke City. Some moderate to heavy rain. Chincoteague up to Assateague and Ocean City. We'll be getting on some of this here shortly. All right, Cambridge, another downpour about to come through town here. And this is some of the residual moisture in behind what's left over of post-tropical Debbie. You know where it is right now? They're just outside of Quebec City. That is how far away this storm is. It is racing 35 miles per hour maximum winds there, but racing at almost 40 miles per hour. That's fast for a tropical system. Remember, at one point it was stuck off the coast of South Carolina for like almost 2 days, something like that. So this thing is getting out of here in a hurry. And in its wake, getting into some much drier air. Look at these dew points coming in. We got tropical dew points here in the 70s. Less humid air back toward Pittsburgh, and then fall-like air back into the upper Midwest. It won't be that dry for us, but we will see a significant and noticeable drop in the humidity as we go through the weekend. Very happy to be able to show you this here. Futurecast leftover shower here for tonight. Our Saturday looking good, again, with the humidity dropping. There will be a disturbance that comes in, though, late at night, so I can't rule out a shower late in the day after sunset. Also early morning hours Sunday, but that would be the only problem of the weekend, if you want to call it a problem. Compared to what we've been worried about here the past several days, this weekend forecast is going to work out to be great. Already looking at the next potential system in the tropics. This thing is still many, many days away from being anywhere close to the east coast of the United States. 70% chance that this thing is going to develop. Upper air patterns suggesting this may take that early turn and stay away from the East Coast, but it's way too early to tell. We'll keep an eye on it, though, of course, as the season rolls on here. Low to mid 70s here for tonight. A few showers left over, less breezy. That's something that will change too after an awfully windy day. 83 to 88 tomorrow under a mostly sunny sky with a couple showers arriving, as I showed you on Futurecast late. Now I know, skeeter meter, nasty. Extreme levels here through Monday. I have been looking ahead, and it's looking more and more likely the mosquito activity goes down next week, along with the humidity. So there you go. We're not going to get rid of them completely. It's still August, but we'll do what we can. Low to mid 80s, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's after what I would call a really good weekend. And nighttime lows being in the low to mid 60s, that is suggestive there of a major drop in humidity. So comfortable nights ahead. Brandon, back to you.
All right, thanks, Rich. Stick around. Team USA goes for gold tomorrow in men's and women's hoop. We'll break down the matchups coming up next. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.
My name is Nick McMorris, head coach of North Carolina football, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.